10 years ago at this school in Dewberry, a sex scandal rocked the town. A teacher had an affair with one of the students. It ended with a lawsuit that was eventually dismissed by the courts. But years later, just as the dust had finally begun to settle, the boy has come forward to share his story with CBC's The Fifth Estate.
I was under the illusion at the time that we were falling in love and that there was a future that we could have.
The boy, who was 17 at the time of the affair, is now 27. His face could not be shown because of a publication ban. Jocelyn Jaster was a grade 1 teacher at the same small school in Dewberry. When the affair became public, not only was Jaster humiliated, she was fired, stripped of her teaching license, lost her husband and the baby she was carrying with a grade 11 student, which has caused many Dewberry residents to question what purpose was served in bringing this story back to light.
I'm really wondering what exactly has been accomplished. There's been a ton of pain, a lot of hurt, a lot of history dragged up that in most people's minds here has been resolved.
Dewberry Mayor Hedley Dennell says if the purpose was revenge, he's not interested. But if it was for closure, he supports it.
A lot of people are looking for the dark side, and most of the time I think we should be looking for the positive side, and if this is closure, then that's a positive side.
When the Fifth Estate visited Dewberry, they had a hard time getting anyone to talk.
Nobody wants to get near this subject, and believe me, we tried. We called nearly everyone in town.
Gardner says no one wanted to step on any toes because it was a small town and most sided with the teacher.
I felt sorry for her, I really did. But definitely she was older than him, and it should have never happened.
None of the townspeople believed it was right. They just felt the boy was old enough to make his own decisions and that the teacher had suffered enough. Nevertheless, the story seemed to have struck a chord nationwide with viewers. Emails, letters, and discussion posts flogged CBC's The Fifth Estate, mainly because of these two.
I don't know. Horny, I guess.
Bruce Brock and Bob Oram, the only two men in town that would talk to The Fifth Estate. And while they made a joke of the entire affair, viewers across the country weren't laughing. They wrote in things like, it was no laughing matter, and I'm sure they would see differently if it were their daughters or granddaughters. Another comment wrote, as for the good old boys in Dewberry, what a disgusting display of ignorance. I was embarrassed for them. Another writer wrote in, you did this town a disservice by putting those two idiots on camera.
I'm Lisa Reddle. Join me tomorrow for part 2 of Dewberry's reaction to the Fifth Estate, when we talk to the two men who are being criticized across the country for their seemingly ignorant stance on the issue. That's tomorrow on New Cab News at 6.